Welcome back, guys. Let's now pick the setups that we'll be interested in this coming week. Firstly, we have USD card. USD card as of now, I'm still interested in this downtrend, and I'll still be looking for sales once market retests that zone, because I believe this market will still continue pushing down. There is no reason for it to just shift now. You can clearly see that the trend is still being respected currently, so all I just have to do is wait a bit more and watch for opportunities at that level. And NZD card, you can also see we've been bullish. NZD card, we've been bullish now, and we just turned bullish because we're all bearish in the weekly, in the daily and the weekly, but we just turned bullish. But we're very bullish on the weekly and the daily right there. So I just need a nice break and retest at that zone to then and look for my buys. Then GBPCHF, I was explaining, and if I was saying if we can have a nice break on the down, a nice break, then we'll possibly have a nice head and shoulder right there. You can clearly see that if we can have a nice break, yeah. Then Euro GBP. Lastly, I'm also still in this pair because I'm anticipating and expecting for this head and shoulder to form for this upcoming week. We have this left and we have this right and we have this head. So now let me just try to pick from these other pairs and see if we can add one or two. So firstly we have Euro USD JPY. Let's just see on the weekly. So you can see on the weekly USD JPY, this market has been very bearish, and as of now it's just retesting its first it failed to respect this OG level, and I'm sure it's going to this next one right there. So let me just see on the daily time frame. I don't know why the Wi-Fi is slow. Maybe let me try to do something like this. Okay, so as you can see on the daily time frame, you can clearly see that the market is still bullish now. Yeah, it's still bullish, and for me, I can't. If since this market is very bearish, I can only trade if I see a break and retest at these zones. Yeah, and so that's it. There's nothing interesting in that pair. Then we have NZD JPY, and this pair, this pair, I was trading this pair last week, and if you remember, I was even telling you this market will go up, and this is what happened. So you can clearly see what happened. This on a Tuesday, it just came back, and I'm sure if I was in this trade, I would have been stopped out due to spread and all. But you can clearly see what happened. Market just went all the way up. This is very nice, and I think this is when we just had this nice shift. So I'm very much interested in this pair because we are now bullish, and we are now bullish. So all we have to do is now look for buys. So let me just put this to the top, the upside, so I can see. Then let's see, we have NZD USD. NZD USD also respected the level. It's now bullish. You can also see it respected that trade, went to 40p without any single drawdown. You see, this is why I trade, guys. This was on Sunday. Monday it hit 40p. Yeah, so I like taking trades like this, so you can clearly see that how market will just have that nice push to the upside easily without any drawdown. uh, No, I'm not interested in this pair. mm, I think we can look at this one. Yeah, we can still be interested in this pair. Let me just see on the weekly time frame. No, the weekly. Finally, we had this break. If you remember, I called this market telling you we'll have this nice head, we'll have this nice inverted head and shoulder, and finally we had it. So we now finally had the break. So let's see on the forward time frame. We had the break, we had the left head right, but didn't have the retest. Don't know why. Okay, so let's pull this one. Like how we are doing. Mm, no. You've seen how we are just picking these pairs without even wasting time. Let's see what's clear. What's cleaner you pick. If it's not clean, let it be, because you don't have to make irrational decisions and trade pairs that are not even clean. Because you end up making a lot of mistakes. So you can clearly see this market is very bearish. So I feel like all these yen pairs are now bullish for some reason. They've lost values. They've lost value. Any pair trading against this is probably going to go up. As we can also see, this trade is very clean. Let me just see on the daily time frame. Okay, we'll look at this as well. Mirror. Finally, I have a okay. You see, all these. I feel like all these pairs are going to go up now. All these pairs are going to go up now, especially with this one. Uh, then we can also pick Euro CHF. Euro CHF no. GBP AUD no. No. No, not yet. DCHF looks promising, but still we have a long way to go. And DCHF still GBP card still. AUD card no. Still. AUD USD no. Euro USD no. GBSD no. Let me just trying to see on the daily time frame. Maybe we're missing something somewhere. Uh, uh, I like what Euro USD did. I like what Euro USD did, but no. For me, I even feel like this one is more cleaner than AD. And I might pick this one. Okay. So since we now have these pairs, okay. So now we have 8 pairs. Now we can clearly discuss which one we might pick. So firstly, let me start with USD card. USD card, as I told you, you can clearly see on the 1 hour time frame. 1 hour time frame, we are making on the 1 hour time frame. On the weekly time frame, you can see we are making high highs, high lows, high highs, high lows. So And this and right now when this pair is, it's at this daily OG level and a weekly OG level where we have to look for sales. Remember, always look for sales in these levels right here. Yeah, and so right now market is on its way to retest this zone. Then we might look for selling opportunities. So this is a very nice clean trade that I would be very much eager to look at once the market opens. And same with NZD card, you can see we've been in this consolidation and market just recently turned bullish. So we still have potential in this market. As you can see, market made this nice higher low. The market broke just because of this small shift. It made this market to be bullish, and as of now, I'm looking for buys in this pair. So just, and I like the fact that the weekly had it engulfed this previous weekly candle, and we have GPCHF. GPCHF, if I put in the daily time frame, you can clearly see it's trying to make this potential head and shoulder right now, right there. So that if it can break and retest, then we can look for nice sales. Because the weekly is very bearish and it's at our OG level right there, and the daily is as well. The daily is bullish, so we just have to wait for the daily to turn bullish, bearish, and that's it. In fact, if we can look clearly at this market, even the daily is bearish. The fact that it took out this previous low, in fact it took out this previous low, then there was a shift at that zone. So this is very bearish as well. But I just wanted to form this nice head and shoulder so we can now sell. Then GP Euro GBP, I've been trading this pair for the past 3 weeks now, and I'm still interested in it because I know that once I can catch these buys, I'm up for a nice good potential trade, even all the way up to that level right there, because this market is just about to start to, I'm about to catch this trend, and this trend will make me a lot of money because I can just clearly see how it's about to take off, and I just have to catch it before the trend is about to start, so I can easily capitalize off the whole move to the upside. So as of now, I'm just waiting for the nice break and retest at that level. On the daily time frame, this will be a very nice head and shoulder, inverted head and shoulder for me. On the 4 hours time frame, at least the 4 hour will now turn bullish, which is even what I want to see. Yeah, and so these four pairs, I'm really much confident in them because I like how they are moving. And same with NZD JPY. NZD JPY on the daily, can clearly see that now we are very much bullish. We are very much bullish, and this can be our first level where we can look for buys at this zone here. This can be our first level where we look for buys, because remember, we don't take buys based off uh the higher highs. Because I can't buy at this higher point. Let me put in the weekly time frame. So you can see on the weekly time frame what has happened. Market has shifted structure right now, and it does this nice head and shoulder. You can see inverted, and we have the left, right, and we have the head, and we have the break, and this is a very good sign for us to now look for buy opportunities. So let me just reduce this. So this is my low, my higher low, and I'm no longer interested in this line here. Yeah, so right now what I just want for this market to do is to give me a point where I can clearly buy from. And as you can see right now, this is where we have the retest of the neckline, and again it has more. You can see how many touches we're having at this level. We have plenty of touches at that zone right there, so this makes it my first OG level where I'll be looking for buys at this zone here. right there. uh, I'll be looking for buys at this level. Then my second OG level can be at this zone right there. This is on the weekly time frame. Now let's try to see it in the daily time frame now. So the daily time frame, you can now see that the daily time frame is very much bullish, and once the market is at this second weekly time frame, the daily will be now bearish. So the legit daily time frame level where I can look for buys is at this point where I've placed this first at the OG level, because that's where at least the daily time frame will still be bullish and the weekly will still be bullish. Yeah, and so I expect this nice pullback. I expect this nice pullback for me to look for buy, for in order for me to look for the buys. And the second level where I can look for buys as well on the daily time frame, you can see is at this zone right there. This is where we have at least the most touches. You can see we have 1 2 3 4 5. I think we can try to extend this even on the left side. Yeah, so you can clearly see that this is also a strong level where we can look for buys. Yeah, but as of now, my so this is my first level where I can look for buy opportunity, then the second, then the last. And but if I'll be selling from this level, I'll be taking a C trade. This will be at least a B or A trade, because this one the daily will be bearish. Yeah, so let me put on the forward time frame. So the forward time frame, you can even see that once market retests this zone here, we can also still look for buys, because if it breaks below this zone here, then the forward time frame will be bearish. They will be bull or will be bearish, and if I can catch one at this zone, I'll be buying off the forward being bullish, the daily being bullish, and the weekly being bullish. If I catch a trade here, I'll be buying off the daily being bullish, the weekly being bullish, but the forward being bearish. So that's a B trade. This makes it a trade, and this makes it a C trade. So that's how I grade all my trades. Yeah, so as of now, my first setup and opportunity will be trying to catch this first A trade at this zone here. Yeah, so that's it on this NZD JPY. So let me just put on the daily time frame, so you can clearly see that when we have CAD JPY, so you can clearly see that these pairs are almost one and the same, because they are all moving in the same direction and they are all at one spot. If you remember on the weekly time frame, even on the weekly time frame, you can see we've clearly made a nice head and shoulder. So all I need is just a retest today, buy. As simple as that. All I need is a retest to just buy. Uh, and we can clearly see we have the break above. So let me put in the daily time frame, the same thing. I just need that retest, and I can't buy at this zone because more, there's nothing interesting that can make me buy at that level here. So I can just simply do this and put my line at that level. Yeah. So this is what I'm waiting for, the market to retest. So you can see how these markets even look cleaner when you're patient with them. They'll just present to you themselves and you take cleaner trades. So this is what I'm looking for. If I can't get that, I won't do anything. GPP JPY, even though it's so these pairs are going in one direction, I just have to see and find which one is more cleaner. And you can see, just try to check this. Okay, so that's on the weekly time frame. We are very much bullish. The daily time frame are also very much bullish, as you can see right there. This is the first level where you can look for buys while the daily is still bullish. This is where we can catch our 8 trades, and rather than that, I think that's it. So if we can catch a trade at this zone, then we can only catch the other trade and at that zone. And as I think the weekly is now very much bullish, that this is my lower low. So I only have one position. If market can't respect this zone, then we will turn bearish on the weekly time frame. So we can only catch a trade at this zone here. So let's try to extend this left so I can clearly see if, yeah, so we can even see market was respected at this zone. So these are very respected levels in the market. So you can see how we've just drawn. So the daily, the 4 hour is bullish, the daily is bullish, and the weekly is bullish. You just have to wait for this nice pullback at this zone, then buy. So tell me which one is cleaner between uh, CAD JPY or GJ. Just tell me which one looks more cleaner, because they are all going the same direction, these three pairs, and we can't trade all three pairs. We just have to choose which one looks more cleaner. We have NZD we have CAD JPY, we have GJ, we have Euro JPY. Euro JPY is also going the same direction. You see, I don't even have to explain because I'm explaining the same thing. So you even know why I'm doing this right now, because they are all just going the same way. So this is on the daily time frame. This is the daily level where you can look for buys, and on the weekly time frame, that's the only level where you can look for buys. Because once market reaches this level, we now be bearish. So that's the only level where I can catch my buys at. If I can't catch any buys at that zone, then we are no longer interested in this pair. So, and so you can, if this should even tell you this is when the trend is about to start. So interesting, which one are we going to pick? Are we going to pick Euro GJ? We're going to pick CAD JPY? Are we going to pick GJ Euro JPY? Or we are going to pick NZD JPY? So all these things, and all these are nice trades. All these are nice trades. So you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9 pairs. But I can't trade all 9 pairs. That will just give me a headache. I just want something that's straightforward and straight to the point. So firstly, I think let's do this. This is on the weekly time frame. This is GJ. This is CAD. I feel like NZD JPY can take a week for it to have this nice pullback. But again, it has a chance of just going to the same, or just continuing the same direction. So, oh, sorry. And last we have USD JPY, AUD USD. So you can see AUD USD is now bullish, and I'm only looking for a trade if we can have a break and retest at that zone. Then I'll be looking for my buys. But as of now, I'm no longer interested in this pair. So I still need at least next week to have that push to the upside. So clearly that will just send me a signal of not trading this pair this week. And Euro JPY, we can have that pullback to then buy. Same with GBP JPY. Same with CAD JPY. So I can't trade all these pairs, guys. And the bad part is they all don't have history on this pair. There's no nice history. Let's see on these previous pairs I'm trying to. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 8 pairs that we'll be looking at next week, because all these are pretty much going the same direction. Uh, We just have to find which one will make the most sense for us. So I think I'll just cancel out these two, because market is still going the same direction and I can't be trading. I'll leave two that are going the same direction just for the market. But I think I have 6 pairs that will be trading this week. 2 new pairs and 4 still same pairs. And yeah, that's it. So I can't even stress myself too much. And we have NZD, Nasdaq. I don't usually even trade this pair. Don't usually even trade this pair. I just look at it. But I tried to analyze this pair, and since then the market has just been going up. You can see I tried to catch this trade right there. This one here. After this week retest, and see, you can see how market has just been respecting this zone, broke, retested, and still going up. This should show you that you can use this strategy in anything you want to trade on this planet Earth to still respect. And so yeah, that's it.